Hello, my name's Elise, aka Assassin Agent, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I just really wanted to talk about a game I recently played that was so amazing and beautiful that I can't not talk about it. And while many of us might be caught up in playing other games right now, like Resident Evil Village, I know there's been talk about this game out there, but I almost feel like it's been flying a little bit under the radar still. So for today's episode of Strawberries and Video Games, I wanted to share my personal thoughts and review of a game called It Takes Two. As an EA original title from the developer Hazelight, It Takes Two is a co-op game that launched back on March 26th of 2021. And I don't think this might have been the first game that everyone would have picked up, as it's exclusively a co-op game. So although you can play co-op locally or online, there are no options to play it single player, multiplayer. There's no online matchmaking or anything like that. I did play through the game with a friend, and I felt like the game had a ton to offer in terms of story, puzzles, the art style, and more. So first I want to talk a little bit about the story. As for the premise of this game, it's about two parents who are planning to get a divorce. When they break the news to their daughter, she simply asks to leave the room, but then unknowingly to her parents, she secretly casts a spell on them in hopes they will learn to work together and love each other again. The spell transforms her parents into two of her dolls who must navigate together through the creative and magical worlds around their now larger-than-life home in hopes of finding a way to break the spell and turn back into their human form. What I really loved about this storyline is I thought it was just really unique and creative how they started with something that's actually very realistic and serious and something that a lot of people can relate to. Whether you're someone whose parents have gone through a divorce or are going through a divorce, or you yourself as an adult are going through it or have, or just in general, if you've ever had challenges with a friend, a family member, any sort of, relationship issues, tension, frustration, that side of it is very relatable and very real, but I like how they combined that with these really creative worlds and puzzles, and at the same time, the game is very entertaining and can also still serve as an escape from the real world, so I really liked that. I also have heard people say that it sounds like this is a really good couples game, which may be true, but I like that there's a really good theme and a really nice heartfelt message just about teamwork in general and the importance of teamwork in a good relationship. So I feel like this can be fun even if you're just playing it with a friend, a family member, just anyone that you know, because it's just really all about team building. Now in reality, I don't know if the whole team building message would necessarily save everyone's marriage, but I still think that is just, really, really nice. I like how they blended something serious with something really creative, and I just think it just has a nice feel-good message at the end of the day about relationships that's just kind of fun for all ages. So I thought that was really special and really unique. Let me talk a little bit more though about these worlds that you're suddenly navigating through in and around the house. That was another thing that I thought was really, really cool, because as you're these small dolls, everyday objects in the house suddenly become life-size. Some of them even come to life, or they become important tools that you need to get through the game. So I love how they transformed normal areas of this house into these really creative worlds. But I also like the fact that they took it a step further, and at times they made it just really, really imaginative and not like something you'd find in your home. So that was also something that I just thought it was really cool. It was really creative. It was so immersive, and I loved what they did with these different worlds that you play through. The other thing that I really liked about these worlds is that it oftentimes reminded me of my own childhood and how creative I would get with things I could find around the house with my own toys, and I would transform, say, the living room for an afternoon into my own imaginative world. So that was a little bit nostalgic for me as well. That brings me then, of course, to the puzzles that you're solving to get from start to finish of the game. You're not only going through different worlds, but each one has different puzzles that you have to solve, and it requires both players in order to complete them. What I liked about the puzzles is that I thought they were fun. I thought they were something that really got us thinking, but they never got too challenging that, you ever get frustrated and you just want to quit. So I thought the challenge level was just right. I also really enjoyed the fact that aside from the main puzzles that you're trying to solve, there are side games that you can play and you can compete against the other player, and there's even some fun little hidden things and Easter eggs that you can find as well, which added just to the fun, entertaining factor of the game. And then to top it all off too, not only was the story amazing, the world's creative, the puzzles really fun, but the art style and the music was also really impressive too. With the art style, I loved how detailed it was. The graphics were stunning, but at the same time, that animation I thought was also fairly unique and not quite like something I had seen in other games, at least the games that I normally play. And the music was gorgeous too. A lot of times it was just really nice and calm, which I think also helped make the game fun and helped make you not get too frustrated with anything. But at times it was also just, I noticed how cinematic it was. And if you're playing that with a really nice pair of headphones, it's really, really nice to have a good audio experience as well. So all in all, this game, it just had so much to offer. I absolutely loved it. So if I had to give it a strawberry rating this time, probably not surprisingly, I would give this a full 5 out of 5 strawberries. The only thing that I could see as a downside really is, like I said, it's exclusively co-op. So I understand that there might be people who co-op just isn't their jam. They might not know of a friend to play with. I totally get that. But I would say if you can find a friend, a family member, anyone who's willing to dedicate, a bit of time, it doesn't take that long to play, I would encourage you to team up with someone and play this game. It's absolutely amazing. Even to the point where, dare I say, I think it should be nominated for some Game Awards this year. I think it's a very strong contender. And so I just wanted to give my personal thoughts and review of this game. If you're interested in checking it out, it is available across Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, Origin, and Steam, and comes with a Friends Pass mode so you can have a friend even play for free. But anyways, that does it for today's episode of Strawberries and Video Games, and I hope that you enjoyed. If so, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and in general, if you've been liking the content on this channel, please be sure to subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you later.